Hey, what's up, lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 2011 action comedy feature film, The Green Hornet. This stars Seth Rogen as Burt Reed, aka The Green Hornet. You have Jay Chow as Kato, aka Kato. Cameron Diaz as Lenore. Christopher Waltz is Chudnovsky. James Franco's in this for half a second in the beginning. David Harbour is in this as D.A. Scanlon. This is a 2-hour-long film. It's an action film, which is interesting because like, Seth Rogen doesn't really do action films. So for him to write and produce this alongside Evan Goldberg, it was very different. It was very interesting seeing this. I never saw it in theaters. This is actually the first time I've ever seen the whole thing from beginning to end. I've seen bits and pieces on TV, but never the whole thing. So for a film that is 11 years old, the sexual harassment of Cameron Diaz throughout the entire film did not age well at all. And I'm very happy that her character beat the crap out of Seth Rogen and Kato at one point, and she said something like, try to kiss me again, I will sue you for sexual harassment. That was a big thing in 2011, so I liked the, the gumption of the character, sticking up for herself and not, just taking the crap from the males. So Seth Rogen plays this character of Burt Reed. He is an heir to a newspaper that his father ran, in Los Angeles, and his father passed away. So he therefore takes the mantle, and, he is trying to, he doesn't like his father. So he and his dad's mechanic, who also made his coffee, Kato, devise a plan to, decapitate the bronze sculpture of his father in the cemetery. So they take the head. It's been, it's now in the news circuit that, like, vandalism, and like there's pictures of them, and it's like green, and it's like, who's the villain, who took this head of this father, Mr. Reed. So the character is now then named, the Green Hornet. And then the Green Hornet and Kato, aka Seth Rogen's character of Burt Reed, and Kato himself are then devising a plan to stay with the Green Hornet and Kato characters, these masked vigilantes, but they then decide to play villain to expose the actual villains to then be the good guys. So it's a very interesting mind trick, exposing a whole drug lord, and his territories, and taking apart the crime by fighting fire with fire. Very interesting. It was a different concept. I really liked it. It's fast, it's quick, it's scandalous. Who is, cheating who of what, and why was his father actually murdered, not stung by a bee and had an allergic reaction, all these things. It was very quick, very fun, minus the whole, not aging appropriate jokes that we discussed because it was 2011. This did well at the box office, but it didn't do enough to make a sequel. They wanted to do a sequel, but then it was just scrapped completely. There's going to be a reboot at some point. The Green Hornet, and I had to look this up because I had no idea, was a radio show in the 30s. Then it was a comic series in the 40s. There was a 40s movie. There was a 60s movie, I think, or a 60s TV show, something like that. So this is a reboot of a reboot of a reboot, with Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg's, Goldberg's spin on the characters. So it's very interesting seeing Seth Rogen in an action film. Very interesting. I will give him that. Different. I enjoyed it. I like the whole sushi restaurant scene. That was a pretty nice fight scene. And the car chases throughout. The car that they used was just awesome. It was a very well done action film. I will say that. That's all I got. Mucho mahalo.